So as I've said, we are dealing with a normal probability distribution. Normal probability distribution. Normal probability distribution. And in our handout, we have question number 24. So I'll just call it solution 24. Because we are answering the question number 24. So the question says that suppose a normally distributed random variable x has a mean of 30 and standard deviation of 7. Find the probability, the following probabilities. The first one is x is greater than 23. X is greater than 23. So probability that x is greater than 23. Now what we do when you are dealing with normal probability distribution is first of all to draw like a small curve like what I told you the other day. And then here you write x bar, and the mean of the question tumeambiwa it is 30, and the standard deviation is 7. The standard deviation is 7. So if that is the case, now what happens is this one is a number line. And the number line starts from 0 downwards here. So at this point, this is 30. So when you're looking for 23, it is on the lower side here. So you estimate here and put x1 here as 23. And make sure you write exactly the way I'm writing. Then when you're looking for x greater than 23, then we want this side. So you shade this side this way. That is the side that you want. Now if that is the side that you want, down there you write the formula Z1 is equal to x1 minus x bar. You divide by standard deviation. So this will be 23 minus 30. You divide by 7. Give me the answer to 2 decimals. Give me the answer to 2 decimals. Yes, I can see minus 1.00. Good. Now, from there you say probability that x is greater than or equal to 23 is equal to. Now go to your past papers. Go to your past papers where there are normal tables. According to the past paper that I have, The normal tables are on page 57. Page 57. And I think it's like now, if you are on page 57, we are on page 57, I can see the typo here is not well matching. So you can adjust so that we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that 9 is directly above this 0.0359. Then 8 to be directly above 0.0319. Exactly. Make that adjustment on your papers. It's like these numbers, the spacing was not done well. So I hope you have understood what I'm saying. So now this is what you do. You go to column. Now these values of the table, you can see they have been written like 0.0, 0.1. They go all the way to 3.9. Then here they begin at 0 all the way to 9. These values here, these ones in the rows, they are values of Z to 2 decimals. To 1 decimal. These are values of Z to 1 decimal. The second decimal are these values in the title of the columns. So like now when you are told to read 1.00, you will go to the row that is 1.0 and column 0. Column 0. 1.0 and column 0. Now go there and write for me what you can see there. Write for me the figure that you can see there. Okay. What about the others? Yes, can see. Some more people. So I'm waiting for others to write. Only 3 persons have responded. The others? Yeah, good. So that value that you are giving me, 0.3413. 0.3413 is the probability from here 23 to 30. But because we also need this one, and in the last lesson I told you from here halfway all the way to the end is 0.5. So you add 0.5 and the answer is 0.8413. 0.8413. So that is the answer. That is the probability that x is greater than 23. Let's go to the next question that says that x is less than 20. That says x is less than 20. Probability that x is less than 20. So if x is less than 20, what you need to do is to come here and you draw your diagram as you show that way. Then here x bar is 30. Standard deviation is 7. And 20 is somewhere here. X1 is 20. And because we are saying less than, then we have to shade this side this way. We have to shade that way. Once you are done with shading, you compute now Z1, which is equal to X1 minus X bar. You divide by standard deviation. So this will be 20 minus 30. You divide by 7. So give me the value to 2 decimals. Give me the answer to 2 decimals. Yes, can see Mercy has responded. I think I will be responding when I have a minimum of 3 people. Yes, I can see Cohen. Good. So minus 1.43. Yeah, I will be responding when I have a minimum of 3. So now you go to the tables. Probability that x is less than 20. Now what will happen, look here, what will happen is that when you go to the table to read this one, the answer you shall get is the probability from 20 to 30. Is the probability from 20 to 30. I told you the probability is always between the numerator here, this interval. Now, this is not what we want. We want the lower side. But we know so well that from here all the way to the end, it is 0.5. So we must then say 0.5. You subtract what you are going to read from the tables. So go to the tables, and I also need to mention that as you can see in the table, the figures are all positive. It does not matter whether they are positive or negative, you just read as if everything is positive. But later on, if maybe you are told to work backwards, the sign will matter. And we are going to come across such questions. So now go to the table, the column row 1.4, column 3. Tell me what is there. I need 3 people to respond so that I proceed. Wafura, recheck yours. I said earlier on you uhakikishe hizo numbers zimepangwa vizuri. Wafula, I hope you have checked yours. Yes, I can see the others, 0.4236. So subtract now and give me the answer. Subtract and give me the answer now. Yeah, I have the first response, the second, and I'm waiting for the third now. Good, 0.0764. That is the probability that you are less than.
0712 715 na pin yako unaijua.
Let us go to the next. The next is saying probability that we are between that 2 and 40. So probability that X is between that 2 and 40. X is between that 2 and 40. So if that be the case, then this is the way to go. You have your table drawn well like this. This is X bar here, which is 30. Standard deviation is 7. Now that 2 should be somewhere here and 40 somewhere here. So this is X1, that 2. This is X2, which is 40. And this is the area that we are looking for. So you shade that interval. You shade that small interval there. So after doing that, let's get Z1. Z1 is equal to X1 minus X bar. You divide by standard deviation. This is that 2 minus 30. You divide by 7. Give me the answer to 2 decimals.
Ukuulize aje. Hawa sasa wamekuja kukuitisha birth notification. Ni sawa. Umewapea
0.29. Some other 2 people to give me the answer to 2 decimals. Good. 0.29. Aya. Let's get Z2. Z2 is X2 minus X bar. You divide by standard deviation. This is 40 minus 30. You divide by 7. Again, give me to 2 decimals. To 2 decimals, Mora, check your answer. Oh, good. I can see it now. Good. 1.43. So probability that we are between that 2 and 40. So look here. When we will go to the tables, when you read this 1.43, it will be the probability from 30 to 40. When you read this 0.29, it will be the probability from that 2 to 40. So for you to get your desire, you will subtract. Let me repeat. When you read 1.43, it is the probability from 30 to 40. When you read 0.29, it is the probability from 32 to 40. So for you to get your desire, you must now subtract this, rather this from this. So this 1.43 is the same to what tumesoma hapa. So it is already known as 0.423. Now I want you to read for me this one, 0.29. Niandikie hiyo 0.29.
Yes, nilikuwa naongea na mzee fulani hapo.
0.29. As I can see, Mercy has responded. Owen has responded. And Wafula. Good. So 0.1141. Give me the answer now. Give me the answer, the difference. Give me the difference. $0.3095. Huh? No. The difference.
Because it's supposed to be 0.4236. The last digit is 0.4236.
0.
0. Not that one, the first one.
This one.
Not the other one.
This one.
No, the probability of Z2, the probability of 1.43.
Oh, this is 0.4.
236.
236.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. So that's the one that is giving us 0.3095. Thank you. I would have wondered since when 3 minus 1 is 5 instead of 2. Good. Haya, tuende kwa huyo mwingine. It is the probability that you are between 27 and 35. Probability that X is between 27 and 35. So once again, we X bar here is 30. Standard deviation is 7. Now this one, you call it X1 as 27. This one, you call it X2 as 35. Now we are looking for the interval there. So I would like you to get for me Z1 as X1 minus X bar. You divide by standard deviation. Z2 as X2 minus X bar. You divide by standard deviation. So that when I will be back, we will be able, actually you can even go all the way and tell me the probability will be what. So do that. For those who are going for prayers, you can also take that advantage. I give you like 10 minutes, you also do prayers. Good. I think we are back now. Let me start here. What did you get here? Z1. Z1, what did you get? .43. That's from one person. I need several others to support. Someone is saying it's negative. It can't. Yeah, it should be negative. Yeah. So Afula and Annette should be negative. Marcel agrees. Then this one, you need this. 0.71. Okay. Give me the final answer. The final answer. Final answer. The answer cannot be negative either. Now we are disagreeing. So when you read for this one, 0.43, 0.43, I'm getting 0.1664. 1664. That is now the probability from 27 to 30. Then you read 0.71. 0.71 is 0.2612. 0.2612. So confirm whether that is. Give me the answer now. Naona wengi tulikuwa nje. So give me the answer now. Yes, I can see 0.4276. 4276. Good. Let's go to the next one. The next question is X is greater than 34. X is greater than 34. X is greater than 34. Probability that X is greater than or equal to 34, you shall put it here. This is X bar 30. Standard deviation is 7. 34 is somewhere here. X1. So when you're told is greater than that way. So Z1 will be X1 minus X bar. You divide by standard deviation. So this is 34 minus 30. You divide by 7. Give me the answer. Okay, 0.57. So probability that X is greater than or equal to 34 is now this one, when we read it, we shall get the probability from 30 to 34, 30 to 34. But we need the greater than. So we must then say 0.5 minus. So nisomee hii 0.57. Okay, 0.2157, 2157. So the answer is what? Good. 0.2843. So that is how to go about that. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 25 says, invoices at a particular depot have amounts which follow a normal distribution with a mean of 103 and a standard deviation of 8.73. Determine the percentage of invoices that will be over that amount. So if you are looking for that, over, we are told you look for over 120.05. Again, you draw the table. You draw the table whereby you tell us this is X bar. X bar is 103.6. 103.6. So 120 should be somewhere here. X1, it is 120.05. So we are looking for this one. And the standard deviation is 8.73. 8.73. So Z1 is X1 minus X bar. You divide by standard deviation. So this is 120.05 minus 103.6. You divide by 8.73. 8.73. So give me two decimals. 1.88. Okay, good. 1.88. So probability that we are between x is greater than 120.05. It is just like we have argued with this other case. So it will be 0.5 minus, go to the table, unisomee that value. $0.4699. Let me see whether it's confirmed. Yeah, another person has said it is okay. I told you I wish to move when I have three persons confirming. Yeah, good, it's confirmed. So what is the final answer? The final answer is 0.0301. So if you convert it to percentages, this is 3.01%. Just multiply this by 100. That is how you get it in percent. That is how you get it in percent. The next one is below 72. So we want it below 72.75. Below 72.75. So now we again do our small table. This is X bar, which is 103.6. Standard deviation is 8.73. So below means we are here, X1 here. So we are like this here. This is 72.75. So Z1 is X1 minus X bar. You divide by standard deviation. So this is 72.75 minus 103.6. You divide by 8.73. You divide by 8.73. Two decimals. Minus 3.53. So from the tables, the probability that x is less than or equal to 72.75. It will be 0.5 minus. Remember, we have been saying this is the probability kutoka hapa 103 mpaka 72. So we subtract what we shall read. Give me the value that you have obtained from the tables. Yeah, 0.4998. 4998. Give me the value now that you get. Zero point zero zero two. 0.0002. So if you multiply by 100, this is 0.02%. You multiply by 100, that is 0. Okay. The next one is the next is between 83. I think this one I should allow you to give me the answer. Between 83.65 and 117.6. Give me the answer. The very last answer in terms of percentages. Unaona kama Yes, I can see someone with 91, another one with 93. Yes, master check yours. The correct one should be 93.42. Confirm whether you're able to adjust to 93.42%. Marcel, are you able to get it? I'm waiting for your response, yes or no. Okay. Check whether you got a Z1 as 83.65 minus 103.6. You divide by 8.73, and you should have gotten negative 2.29. Z2 117.6 minus 103.6. Divide by 8.73, and that is 1.60. If that is the case, then ukisoma ile itakupea 0.4890 plus 0.4452, and this is the one giving us 0.9342, which changes to 93.42%. Marcy, are you okay now with that? Good. If we are okay, the next question says, what would be the invoice amount such that 25% of the invoices are for greater amounts? So if you are looking for greater amounts, greater amounts, 25%. The meaning of that in terms of a table is like this. That if your mean here, X bar is 103.6. And here you have X1, which we do not know, but we are told this one is the greater, which we are told is 0.25. It then means that this space here, this space must also be 0.25. Because the whole of this kutoka hapa mpaka mwisho is 0.5. Obviously, our standard deviation here is 8.73. 8.73. So we are looking for this X1. So what you do is like this. You say Z1 is equal to X1 minus X bar. You divide by standard deviation. You seek to make X1 the subject. You seek to make X1 the subject, whereby you say this is Z1 standard deviation is equals to X1 minus X bar. And therefore, if you want to be left with X1, it is X bar plus Z1 standard deviation. That is how it will end up. So if we are okay, now we know this is the probability. This is what had been found. So from the tables, you need to tell us it's from where. From the tables, Z1 Now, you have seen in our workings, we were having some positive values and others being negative. And you will notice that as long as your x is on the higher side of the x bar, so this side, your value will be positive. But as long as your x is on the lower side, your x will be negative. Sorry, your z will be negative. So now that we are on the upper side here, that is a positive value. So we need to put it positive there. We need to put it positive there. Just a minute. So what you do from there is you get to the tables. You get to the tables because if you remember, these answers, these probabilities, we were reading them from the tables. So you get inside Ukudani, where we have the 4 decimals, you look for 0.25, this one. You may get it exactly. If you don't get it exactly, you pick the value that is closer to it, either slightly above or slightly below. So let's get inside there to after 0.25. So 0.25 inaiona ikiwa between 0.2486 na kuna mwingine ako na 0.2518. So you can either pick one of them. Now this 0.286, it is under column 7 and this is under column 8. So I'm going to pick this one. But I'm saying you can as well pick this one. But for now, for uniformity purposes, let's take this one. So if I take that, now what you do, unarudi huku, unaangalia what is there in the row. Hiyo mahali nimeipata 0.24 iko kwa 0.6 on the row hapa, and in the column iko kwa 7. So that tells you the value of Z is 0.67. The value of Z is 0.67. So if it is 0.67, then it means that my X1 will be X bar, which I know it is 103.6 plus 0.67 multiplied by the standard deviation of 8.73. Give me the answer now from there. Yeah, I can see 109.45. 109.45. Yeah, so that is the value that we will have so that we can have 25 greater than. The next question. The next question is, what will be the invoice amount? Oh, yeah, the invoice amount, symmetrical about the mean, will 95% of all invoice amount lie. So the symmetry at 95% about the mean. Now something is called symmetrical. Something is called symmetrical if it can be divided into two equal parts. So I have X bar, which is 103.6. And the standard deviation here is 8.73. 8.73. If we want 95, then we are saying this is X1 here, which we do not know. This is X2 here, which we do not know. But the whole of these, from here up to here, this one, they are 95%. So because they are 2, if 95 is divided by 2, you will get 0.475 here and 0.475. So that when you combine, if you are to draw a combined one here, a combined, although not very necessary, that is the one that is 95%. So the argument goes like this one. The argument goes like this one, that X1 will be X bar plus Z1 standard deviation. So from the tables, Z1 should be equal to, now go inside the tables, as I have told you, you look for this one, 0.475. Uniambia the value in the row and the value in the column. Utafutie this one. And before utafute, remember what I told you, that as long as your X is on the lower side of X bar, the value of Z will be negative. So the answer that I'm going to get from you will be a negative value, or we shall assign it a negative sign. So read for me this, 0.475. Yes, I can see one person. Mercy has responded. Yes, I can see Christine also. One more person so that I pick up from there. Yeah, good. 1.96 is 1.96. That's the value of Z. See you are full up, good. So it then means that X1 should be X bar 103.6 plus minus 1.96 times 8.73. So give me that answer. The answer? It's 6.49 or 0.5. So 86.49. Good. So now X2 will be X bar plus Z2 standard deviation. So from the tables, Z2 is 1.96. It is the same, but now that we are on the upper side, it is positive. So straight on, our X2 will be 103.6 plus 1.96 times 8.73. And 20.71. Good. So that is where we are. Let us go to the next question. The next question says, the Western National Bank is reviewing its service charges and interest-paying policies on current accounts. The average daily balance on personal current accounts is shillings 5,500 with a standard deviation of shillings 150. In addition, the average daily balances are normally distributed. The bank is considering paying interest to customers carrying average daily balances in excess of a certain amount. If the bank does not want to pay interest to more than 5% of its customers, determine the minimum daily balance it should be willing to pay interest on. So we can work out on that. Minimum balance to earn interest. Minimum balance to earn interest. Minimum balance to earn interest. So I believe all of us, we operate bank accounts. Those easy kuna haro wako kwa nikanifuliza ama ni what? Mshwari. So the average, we are told the average balances are 5,500. And the standard deviation should be 150. And we want for someone obviously to earn interest, lazima akuwe akona pesa mingi. So this is the fellow that you want here. So this X1 is unknown. But we are told we only want to pay interest to 5%. So if you are told this one is 0.05, it then tells you that this gap is 0.45. 0.45. So if it is 0.45, now X1 should be X bar plus Z standard deviation. Sorry, Z1 standard deviation. So from the tables, Z1, it will be a positive value because we are on the higher side. So ingia huko kwa tables, unitafutie 0.45. Okay, I can see two answers. What about the others? When you go inside the tables, Are you able to confirm that those values are okay? Yeah, I can see more good, 1.65. So if that be the case, then X1, the minimum balance, should be 5,500 plus 1.65 multiplied by 150. Yeah, I can see 57, 47.5. Okay. Quickly read the next question. Quickly read the next question. We frame it before time is over. Read the next question. Okay. So if you have understood the question, you are being asked whether they should distribute the tires if they can meet more than 40,000. So we are going to do a table here. We're going to do a table. Whereby we have X bar, and then we have the X1 here. We are told these guys, the mean is 36,500 and X1 is 40,000. We want the ones that can last more than 40,000. So tunatafuta hawa. And the standard deviation is 5,000. The standard deviation is 5,000. So Z1 will be X1 minus X bar. You divide by standard deviation. This is 40,000 minus that is 6,500. You divide by 5,000. Give me the answer. Exactly 0.70. So probability that X is greater than or equal to 40,000, it then must be 0.5 minus. Go to the table when it's already. Uh, 0.25 80 So 0.242. So this is 24.2%. So what do you advise? They should distribute. They should distribute since probability that X is greater than or equal to 40 is greater than 20%. That is 24.2%. They should distribute because you can see that those which will exceed or will be equal to 40%, they are more than 40,000 kilometers. They are more than 20%, exactly 24.2. So those tires should be released to the market. Okay, finally, the company will provide a discount on new set of tires if the mileage of the original tires does not exceed the mileage stated on the guarantee. What should the guarantee mileage be if the company wants no more than 10% of the tires to be eligible for the discount? So those who will get discounts are the ferrules on the lower side. The ferrules on the lower side. Those whose tires do not hit what is expected. Do not hit what is expected. So we will have something like this. If this is the mean X bar here, which is 36,500, and the standard deviation is 5,000. So we want to know those who enjoy the discount. Those are the ferrules whose tires will not get to that minimum. We will not get to that minimum. So this will be 10%. This will be 10%. So that tells you it must be 0.4. That gap must be 0.4. So Z1 from the tables. Z1 will be what from the tables? 0.4 is going to give us what? I'm waiting to get the value for Z1. After 0.4 in the tables. Yeah, I can see 1.29, but because we are on the negative side, that should be given as negative 1.29. So X1 should be X bar plus Z1 standard deviation. So this then should be 36,500 plus minus 1.29 times 5,000 times 5,000. $30,050. I can see $30,050. So good. On your own, you handle the last question in our handout. You handle question 28. as the first assignment. The next one that I would like you to handle is May 2014. May 2014. Question 2B. Question 2B, May 2014, question 2B. Let me look for another one. Yeah, this one of December 2017. December 2017, question 2C. So you can attempt those ones together with any other that you find. There are several. Then we pick up from there tomorrow, God willing. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening.